Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition was Capcom's resurrection of a classic, reimagining it for a new generation of gamers with its fondly remembered combat narrative and some brand new features. I played this on the Nintendo Switch and finished in 12.5 hours. The Special Edition brings back Virgil as a playable character, adding an alternative playstyle that's faster and more focused than Dante's. The big highlight of this Switch port is the Freestyle mode, exclusive to this version. Players can switch between Dante's 6 combat styles on the fly with no need to visit a divinity statue. This feature adds a layer of versatility and experimentation that feels nice and can refresh the gameplay even for DMC veterans. However, this is still a 2005 game at its core, and while the Switch port enhances the resolution and cleans up some textures, the environments often feel sparse and character models show their age, and the controls and camera movement are extremely dated. The gothic atmosphere is intact, but the game's visual fidelity isn't on par with contemporary remasters. The story, while iconic as it is, remains an acquired taste. Dante's quips and over-the-top bravado are a blast, but the melodramatic sibling rivalry between him and Virgil can feel a bit heavy-handed. Newcomers might find the plot a bit less engaging than the combat. The camera control is permanently inverted with no option to change it, and the auto camera movement is often inaccurate and impedes the player in combat. I found this particularly bad in certain boss fights, like the Agni and Rudra fight, which takes place in a small room where the walls sometimes force the camera to look directly at the floor. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition on the Switch is an impressive port that brings new life to an old classic. The addition of Freestyle mode makes it a must-play for longtime fans, and the portability is a welcome bonus. However, the experience isn't without compromises. The aging visuals, less than ideal controls, terrible camera, and occasional performance hiccups hamper the overall enjoyment. I scored Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition for the Nintendo Switch a 6 out of 10.
The devils never cry.
I see. Maybe somewhere out there even a devil may cry when he loses a loved one. Don't you think?